This WhatsApp Quick Start covers media messages, both sending and receiving pictures. We'll start by talking about sending them. Your app makes a post request to the messages endpoint inside of Twilio, and Twilio sends a picture via WhatsApp to your user's phone. Let's see how that works. We'll start inside of the Twilio console and head into the runtime because we're going to use Twilio functions for this tutorial. Head to functions and then go into the configure section. You're going to want to make sure that you have this account SID and auth token checkbox checked. And you're going to want to add both your cell phone number and the WhatsApp phone number to your WhatsApp sandbox, which you can find in the messaging section of the console. Next, we'll head into Manage and add a new Twilio function using the blank function template. We'll name it send_owl because we're going to send an owl picture and give it a path of send-owl. I'm going to uncheck this access control checkbox because I want to be able to hit this from the web browser. Next, we'll use context to get access to a Twilio client object and create a message using messages.create. For the to parameter, we'll be passing in a WhatsApp number, and that is going to be in our context as my phone number. And then from the from phone number, we'll do the same thing, but out of the context, we'll grab the WhatsApp number for the sandbox. For the body, I'll say draw the owl. Then to be able to send an image, we need a media URL. So here's what I have, and I'll show it in the browser. I've got this owl picture that's been drawn, so we're going to send that using this URL. So I'll just paste that in here as the media URL. Then when the message is sent, we'll have access to it here inside of this completion handler, and we'll call back from the Twilio function, passing the message SID just so that we know that it was sent. If there was any sort of problem in this process, we'll have an error, so we'll call back and just pass the error so that we know what happened. Save the function and it'll deploy. And once it's finished deploying, you can head up here and copy the URL. And then open up a new tab within the browser and paste in that URL and hit enter. And a message will be sent with the owl over to your phone. All right, let's talk about receiving media. Your user sends an image to your Twilio WhatsApp number, and Twilio makes an HTTP request to your app, which returns some TWIML. If the TWIML looks like this and contains a media tag, then Twilio sends an image using WhatsApp to the user. Let's create a new Twilio function using the blank template. This time we'll name the function receiveOwl and give it a path of receiveOwl because we intend to receive an owl picture back from our user. I'll get rid of the default code and I'll instantiate a new twilio.twiml.messaging response object that we'll use to return TWIML back to Twilio on an incoming WhatsApp message. Next, we're going to check to see if the user actually sent us a picture. We'll check event.numMedia is not equal to 0. And if it's not 0, then we'll set the message that we want to send back to them to thanks for sending me an owl. Then we'll log out the event's media URL 0 property. That represents the URL for the first picture they sent in. Otherwise, they didn't send us a picture, so we'll set the message to you didn't send me an owl. Now that we have our message configured, we'll return that TWIML back using the callback and save the function. Once the function's deployed, we can copy the URL for the function and take it back over to the WhatsApp sandbox. So go to Programmable SMS and then WhatsApp, and then click on the sandbox. And the first text box here is what we want Twilio to do when a message comes in, and we're going to have it call the function for us. Now head back over to the runtime and open up the function that we just wrote, receiveOwl, and scroll down to the logs section. Now I'll take my phone back out. I'm going to paste in an owl image that I've found on my phone and send that back to Twilio. Once Twilio receives the owl, it'll say thanks for sending me an owl. And then just to test the other case, I won't send an image by saying you're welcome, and I'll send that over and Twilio will respond, you didn't send me an owl. Awesome. Let's head to the browser and copy the URL that came in with the message, and then we'll open up a new tab in the browser and paste it, and we should see that owl that I just sent to our Twilio WhatsApp number. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the subscribe button over on the left. If you want to watch another video, I picked one out just for you in the top right, and if you're looking for the code, there's a button in the bottom right for that. Until next time, I'm out of here.